Hi, welcome to the video. I'm Abel and I'm going to take you through a week of my training for marathon, half marathon type distance running. The main goal this week is to balance bouncing back from being sick last week and getting ready for a 30-minute time trial that I'm doing on Friday. I also wanted to get in some good volume and not taper very much for the time trial. So I started out Monday with an easy 15-mile long run. I wanted to test how I felt with the volume, but keep the intensity down so I wouldn't shock the system. It went really well. I felt pretty smooth and recovered from the sickness and didn't feel too gassed at the end of it. This gave me a lot of confidence moving into the rest of the week, and I went ahead and did a workout on Tuesday.
So I just got done with the workout. It was 6 by 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 1 minute on, and 3 minutes off. I did some VO2 work on there. For the first minutes, I started about 5:30 and worked down to about 5:15. And the goal there was just to feel really controlled. Effort be higher than threshold, but still feel controlled in my stride and cadence. The second 1 minute of the sets, I averaged around 5 flat and worked a little bit down from there. That one was just to put in a really hard effort, but also feel controlled and just really focus on my stride in that, and it went really well. It's a good confidence booster. I feel really good for not having done that kind of work in a while, so yeah, feeling good about it. Another groundhog sighting as well.
So to offer a bit of a reflection of the workout, I felt pretty good about it. My strength is on the aerobic end of the spectrum, so getting work in that really pushes the envelope with VO2 work is something I don't always look forward to, but I kept the reps short enough that it wasn't too brutal an adjustment. I've been looking forward to cover these paces a bit more now that I've got some good consistent training and volume in. And this workout felt like a good indicator that I'm in solid shape. It's just a matter of working at these paces, so I'll be able to catch up all the areas of my fitness to be well-rounded here in the next few weeks. I've been really focusing on form and leg turnover during workouts lately because that's something I lost a bit in the last year when I wasn't training as consistently, and I've been keying off these a lot lately so I know what different gears feel like, and it's also helped me feel how efforts relate to paces, and I wasn't expecting the paces I was hitting on this workout to come at such a relatively easy effort. I can tell doing a lot of hills lately has set me up well for VO2 work because it strengthened my legs, and being able to focus on form during those makes everything else feel so much easier. All in all, like I said earlier, big confidence booster, but the next steps are getting some longer reps under my belt at these efforts, and that will be the real litmus test for where my fitness stands currently. I've been putting these workouts off a bit, to be completely honest, since I really want to focus on improving my threshold long term, but this is still really important training to hit in order to show true fitness. This workout has me looking forward to getting some more in of these during this phase of my training. On Wednesday, I did a trail run to recover from those 2 heavy days before. When I do trail runs, especially for recovery, I don't look at pace at all, and I just run for however long I feel I need. In this case, about an hour was perfect. I felt pretty tired and sore, so getting on some softer surface was definitely the right move. It was also really beautiful in the woods I was running through, and I really enjoyed the entire time, even going up some steep hills to get up the ridges. Sometimes I like recovery days to be as simple as possible. Like I'll go to a dirt road or a little paved trail and just meander around for an hour or so. But today was really fun and the weather was awesome. And it was good practice to still be mentally engaged to avoid the roots and holes on the trail so I didn't lose an ankle or two. Thursday was one of those simple days. I just went for around 50 minutes to prep for the time trial the next day. This isn't much of a taper for a race for me, which is what I was going for, so I wouldn't feel too fresh at a high effort. So yeah, just try to keep it easy and enjoy the weather and being outside. And Friday was the time trial. I did it on a little loop that was about a half mile, maybe a bit under. I was a bit impulsive about that one. I was planning on doing it where I did the halftime trial, but I saw the spot when I was warming up and figured I'd give it a shot.
Whew, that was a hot one. So just did my 30-minute time trial. I was pretty happy with it, given that it was really hot. One part of the day, it's kind of hilly, a little bit uneven throughout the whole time. Wasn't really running on anything flat, just humid, balmy. But yeah, ended up averaging 5:46 pace, which was kind of right on my goal, given the conditions. And yeah, really happy with that. Really tired, but don't honestly feel as bad as I did after the half time trial. Gotta get this cool down in and just have a good rest of the day and have a good weekend.
The time trial went really well. Like I said, averaged about 5:46 pace on a loop that was a bit hilly. There was a small section with a nice downhill, but all the rest was a slow uphill besides the other side of the downhill, which wasn't bad, but definitely took its toll in the later part of the 30 minutes. The main thing I was really happy with was that all my splits were within 5 seconds of each other. I got out with a quick but controlled first mile, then miles 2 and 3 were uncomfortable but controlled. My fourth mile was a slight pickup when I started to have to dig a bit, and that last mile got pretty tough, but I powered through and managed a consistent split. I got about 5.2 miles in those 30 minutes, and the last 0.2 I had a solid pickup in pace to close it out. To break it down into sections, the first 3 miles I was feeling pretty good, then it started to get steadily more difficult the last couple miles or so. Going in, I knew I would probably have to temper expectations a bit since it was hot and humid, and with being sick last week, I wasn't sure how my body would handle a race effort. Not getting ahead of myself the first mile really paid off in the later parts, and even though I wasn't in my best condition, I had a pretty good day, I'd say. It was a really good mental training opportunity to stay engaged for such a long period of time and not zone out and get inconsistent with pace and stride. That's something I haven't trained as much as I've wanted to this block, so knowing that I still have the ability to lock in for the entirety of a hard effort is a big confidence booster. I'm looking forward to taking what I gleaned from this time trial and use it to prepare for my half time trial coming up in a couple weeks to end my training block. Saturday, I did a shorter long run, about 90 minutes, just to get a bit of a longer effort and some good volume in. I did that on a short dirt road that I just ran back and forth on for a while and just zoned out to some tunes. Sunday was an easy run to round out mileage for the week. Ended up hitting 70, which I'm pretty happy with for this block. Next steps are to use next week as the final bit of training before my last half time trial in 2 weeks. Gonna hit some threshold and VO2 work and make sure I get a solid but little shorter long run in like this week. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good time getting out there yourself.